Hello everyone. Recently at work we had a very busy week. They had a huge sale and so they called the employees in for overtime in order to make sure that all the product got out on time. And in order to thank us for putting in that extra work, they decided to show their appreciation with what they call snappy gifts. So the way snappy gifts work is that you have like a set dollar amount and then you get an email, you go to the site, and then you have an option of prizes that you can choose. So you can actually choose a prize that is something you're more likely to use or enjoy than if you were to just get a random object. And I was one of the many employees who got one of these snappy gifts. And this is what I chose. I didn't think too hard about it. I just called the first, picked the first thing that called out to me. So the reason why I chose this is because I was curious what it would be like to knit with darts. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's open this baby up. I don't know how well this is going to go. I mean, I'm pretty confident in my knitting abilities themselves. I'm not confident in the darts. Also, I'm holding this knife very unsafely. I hope I did not just cut myself. You would think I would know this by now. Okay, boom. Ooh, there are the darts. It's like they knew that I was gonna want to use the green darts because I grabbed the green darts first. Okay. It says there were 6. Like, I knew there were like 2 options. Oh, more green darts. That's the board. Oh, wow. I don't know how I'm gonna hang this for when I decide to use it for its intended purpose. Where are the red darts? That just came out. All right, there are the red darts. All right. Yeah, so we have the green darts. Magnet just came out. And we have the red darts. So I'm going to use the green darts because green is my favorite color. I think I'm only going to need 2 unless... You know what? I was not expecting them to stick together like that. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're actually going to try knitting it with 2 different ways. We're going to try knitting it like this, which is how I was intending to knit with them. But then we're also going to try to knit with them like that and see how that's like. I was seriously not expecting the magnets of the darts to stick together. I thought, like, since they were going to be the same, that they would do reverse polarity and not stick. Because it's like simple elementary school science, you know? Like, you have the north end and the south end of the pole, like, of the poles, and, like, the same poles matched together. I'm going to have to do this really loose. In order to get over this guy. Because if this was like a traditional set of darts, like, it would come to a point and it would be like much easier to knit with. But these are the magnetic darts and they kind of like stick out instead. You know, we're just going to go with 5 because there's not really that much to work with. There we go. There you go. So we're going to knit with that, and ooh, I see the magnetic is the magnets on the end are definitely going to cause a bit of a obstacle here. My family used to have a dartboard actually, but they weren't the magnetic type. They had plastic nibs on the end, which were safer than the metal. If you were to have like literal metal spikes, but They ended up taking it down because obviously when you miss with a set of darts, they hit the wall. And if they got a point, they're going to go into the wall. And there was a ring of holes around the wall that we had to spackle shut. I may have been the one who was forced to spackle them shut because I probably added most of the holes. It was either me or Dad. Okay. Oop. That's the first row there. So loose. So loose, wow. This is probably why most knitting needles aren't magnetic. I mean, in a way, it's great that the knitting needle's not going to go away. But it's not so great in that they're just going to stick together and like constantly stick together when you want to maneuver. It's a good thing these are very weak magnets, or comparatively speaking. I'm sure they're strong enough to go on the board. Well, we can find out, actually. Oh, yeah, that just stuck amazingly. Okay. But at least they're not so strong that I can't pull them off, you know, because it's like the magnets at work. Like, we have magnets that hold up the scanners. And if that magnet comes apart from the scanner, it's not coming off the metal shelf that's holding the boxes. That magnet is lost. You just got to maneuver the scanner to, like, hold where the magnet's going to be. Or get yourself another magnet. Okay. We just purled, and I may have gone too tight on this row. It's going to be a challenge. Somehow it's still working. Okay. Ooh. And they are making a clacky sound, but that's just metal on metal. You have regular knitting needles, they still make that clacky sound. All right. So that is the third row. And I mean, if you absolutely have to, if darts are the only thing you have that you can knit with, I could see how you can make it work, but it's not going to look very good. This is more like I'm desperate to knit and not I'm desperate to knit anything that looks good. So we're going to take this off now, and we're going to try knitting with the two darts together, because obviously they love each other, and they just want that connection. The one time I'm expecting the magnet to work, it doesn't. Here we go. There we go. And now we're going to use some of the red darts because I feel guilty for bashing on the red darts and showing my preference for green, even though green is my favorite color. There we go. So we have some green darts, we have the red darts together. Ooh. This is supposed to make it more aerodynamic. The loop's gonna have to be pretty big to get over this. Like, this is gonna have to be the determining factor and not this. All right. I'm not sure I've ever made a slip knot with 2 fingers before. Did that without even thinking. Okay. So, we'll just leave it really, really loose. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I guess the good thing about having the little fins on the end of the dart is that the knitting's not going to fall off. The knitting's not going anywhere. You don't really need like a needle stopper. Is that what they're called? Like the things I assume so. Like the things you put at the end of the knitting needles to make sure that your knitting doesn't go anywhere. If you don't want to risk splitting the yarn in the ball by sticking your needles in, even though that works just as well. Right. Ooh. Fins are a very awkward shape for this. It did not like this. Okay, oops. We're not going to tighten this up. I'm afraid I won't be able to get through if I do. Okay. Oh. It doesn't look like the darts are all square. It looks more rectangular. Okay. No. Oh, look at how, like, tight I got it without even thinking about it. Jeez. I'm like tempted to push the fins on this green one to be more rectangular. Not more rectangular, more square. It already is rectangular, but I'm afraid of breaking them. And I really don't want to break the darts the first time out of the box, you know? And we're going to get the last stitch here. Oh. It got caught, the stitch got caught on the needle. I don't know what I did there. You see that? It kind of got stuck and then it made that a lot tighter. And then I'm not sure what happened. Somehow I completely missed the stitch. Never did that before. Anyway, this is the mess. Somehow without even thinking about it, I got like super, super tight. We're going to try purling it. We're going to see how that goes. Oh, this is even worse. Okay. It's like, is it even going to come off? Oh! Apparently, I just felt... Did you see that? Like, I just made the needle go like that. And there's yarn there, and it caught the yarn. There you go. I have to admit, I'm not used to the sensation of knitting needles bending like that unless they're circular knitting needles and I know I'm working with a plastic cord. I'm not used to my straight knitting needles working with that. I expect my needles to be straighter than I am. There you go. We're making it work now. Yep, this last one's a bit tight. Not anymore. Okay. Yeah, this is a mess. Look at that. Huh. Look at that right there. I don't know how I did that. That's different from the rest. I must have like changed directions. Did I drop a stitch? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I dropped a stitch because of that thing. But I didn't drop because of that thing from earlier, but I didn't drop any other stitches. So clearly having a huge obstacle on the end is not ideal. But considering what I was using the darts like this and they were not meant to be used like this, not bad. It could have been a lot worse. I think I better use the darts for their intended purpose from now on, but it was good to see. Now I can just split it in half and like take it apart. Ooh. That was today's entertainment, everybody. Have a good day.